Hey, and welcome to English Coffee House. I'm Daria.
And I'm Chris. We're really happy you're here with us.
Get comfortable.
And let's start with today's conversation.
So I was watching something on YouTube last night, just a random video, nothing special, and I ended up staying there for like 2 hours.
That happens so easily.
It really does, and at some point I thought, I wonder how many people actually use YouTube to learn English, like not as a class, just watching things.
I think a lot of people do. I did actually, for a long time.
Really? What kind of things were you watching?
In the beginning, mostly music videos, and then I started watching vlogs, people just talking about their day. Nothing educational. I wasn't trying to study. I just liked watching.
And do you think that helped?
I think it helped more than some of the classes I took, honestly, because it felt real. People weren't speaking slowly or carefully. They were just talking.
That's interesting because I think a lot of people feel like they need a structure, like they need a teacher, a book, exercises.
Yeah, I understand that. There's something comfortable about structure. You feel like you're doing it the right way.
But then you finish the lesson and you still don't understand a movie.
Exactly. And that's a strange feeling. Like I studied this. Why don't I get it?
I think it's because real spoken English is just so different from textbook English.
Very different. The speed, the shortcuts, the way people don't finish their sentences sometimes.
Or they talk over each other.
Or they laugh in the middle of a sentence.
Which makes it almost impossible to follow if you're not used to it.
I remember watching American TV shows when my English wasn't very strong yet, and I understood maybe 60%. And I just kept watching the same shows, sometimes the same episodes.
Did that feel frustrating?
Sometimes, but mostly it felt like something was slowly building. Like I couldn't point to a moment and say, okay, this is when it changed. It just did.
That's interesting because I think language isn't really something you collect, like vocabulary lists. It's more like something that grows in you over time.
And you don't always notice it growing.
Until one day someone says something and you just understand without thinking about it.
That moment is strange, a good kind of strange.
Do you still watch a lot of English content now?
All the time, but for different reasons now. Before it was for the language, now it's just because I enjoy it.
Which is maybe the point, right? When the language stops being the reason and just becomes the way you're experiencing something.
Yeah, it kind of disappears into the background.
I think that's when it really becomes yours.
It takes time to get there, though.
It does, but YouTube has a lot of hours in it.
It really does.
You know what I think is underrated, though? Comments.
Comments?
Yeah, like reading the comments under a video. People write the way they actually talk. It's very informal, very fast, very now.
That's true. A lot of slang lives in the comments.
And jokes and references. And sometimes you have no idea what people are talking about, but you feel like there's a whole conversation happening that you're not quite part of yet.
That feeling of being almost inside something.
Exactly. And I think that feeling is actually useful because it makes you curious. You want to understand.
I spent a lot of time trying to figure out why something was funny. Like I could see that people found it funny. There were laughing emojis everywhere, but I didn't get it.
And then one day, you got it.
One day I got it. And honestly, that felt better than understanding a grammar rule.
Because it wasn't just language, it was culture.
Yeah, and humor is hard. Humor is maybe the last thing that really clicks.
I think that's true in any language, even your own. Like every group has its own sense of humor, its own references.
And if you don't share the same references, the joke just lands flat.
So in a way, learning a language is also learning a whole world of shared moments.
Things that happened, things people remember together.
Movies that everyone has seen, phrases that came from somewhere specific.
I love when I catch one of those, when someone says something and I know exactly where it came from.
That's a nice feeling.
It's like a small door opens.
And suddenly you're a little more inside.
A little less outside.
I like that. A little less outside.
I think that's what keeps people going, actually. Not the grammar, not the vocabulary counts, but those small moments where you feel like, okay, I belong here a little bit.
And YouTube gives you a lot of those moments, quietly, without making a big deal of it.
which is probably why it works so well.
It's not trying to teach you anything. It's just there, and you just keep watching. I wonder though, does it matter what you watch? Like, does the content itself make a difference?
What do you mean?
Like, if someone watches 10 hours of cooking videos versus 10 hours of, I don't know, people arguing in comment sections.
That's a very different 10 hours.
Very different, but is one better for learning?
I think it depends on what kind of English you want to feel comfortable in. Cooking videos give you one kind of language. Interviews give you another completely.
So you end up shaped by what you watch.
In a way, yeah. I think I picked up a lot of my rhythm from certain YouTubers I watched for years. The way I pause, the way I build a sentence sometimes.
That's kind of beautiful, actually. You carry little pieces of people you've never met.
And they have no idea.
None at all. Somewhere someone is speaking a certain way because of a video you made 10 years ago.
That's a strange thought.
Language travels like that, though. It always has, just faster now.
Much faster. And in more directions.
Do you think that changes what English is, like the language itself?
Probably. It's not one thing anymore, is it? There's British English, American English, and then there's Internet English.
Which has its own grammar almost.
Its own rules that nobody wrote down.
But everyone somehow knows.
If you spend enough time online, you just absorb them.
And if you don't, you sound a little off. Not wrong exactly, just from somewhere else.
Which is also fine. I think accents and differences are interesting.
Me too. I actually love hearing English spoken in different ways. It tells you something about the person.
Where they learn it, what they watched, who they listened to.
It's like a history hidden in the voice.
I never thought about it that way, but yes, exactly that.
And YouTube is now part of that history for a whole generation of people.
Maybe more than one.
Which is kind of remarkable when you think about it. A website that started with a video of someone at a zoo.
And now it's quietly shaping how millions of people speak.
Without any plan, without any intention.
Just people watching and listening and slowly becoming.
I think that's what I find most interesting about all of this. It's so unintentional.
Nobody sat down and said, okay, this is how we're going to spread a language.
It just happened because people were curious, because they wanted to watch something, because a video was interesting or funny or calming.
And somewhere in all of that, quietly, English was moving.
From one person to another.
Without a textbook in sight.
I think there's something reassuring about that, actually. Like you don't have to make it such a serious thing.
You can just let it come to you.
Through things you actually enjoy.
Which, when you think about it, is probably how most things worth keeping are learned.
Not in a classroom, not from a test, but from just being present somewhere, paying attention.
Letting it in slowly.
Without forcing it.
I like that. Without forcing it.
There's a kind of trust in that approach.
Trust that it will happen. Maybe not today, but eventually.
And in the meantime, there's always something good to watch.
Always.
So maybe that's enough.
Maybe that's more than enough.
Thanks for spending this time with us.
We really enjoyed having you here and sharing this conversation.
Keep listening
And we'll see you soon.
here at English Coffee House.